Everybody should go buy a 6.5 PRC with just a straight Tikka, go use it for a year, and then figure out what you want after that.
My boys put me on a shooter hunt. You gotta check this out, Mike. Mike, you gotta check this podcast out, so I gave it a listen. The episode I listened to was 38, and it was talking about murder bunnies. I'm sitting there on shrooms. Next thing you know, man, I put the fear in them bunnies' eyes, man. I ripped their hearts out. It was ferocious, but I was faster. I was quicker. I moved quicker, swift. Ate the souls, man. I ate the souls. Nothing was stopping Iron Mike. I'm crazy, and no one understands me but me. I'm not even a hunter, but sometimes I just listen to them. There is a reason the shoot to hunt exists. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Mike out.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
When he started talking, all I can remember is when Mike Tyson was in the ring. He's like, and he finishes the match or whatever. He's like, my back is broken right now. He's all, your back is broke. Yeah, I have a spinal.
It's spinal.
And another thing, I think it was the Joe. Was it the Joe Rogan where he just grabs the whole fucking pile of mushrooms and eats the whole pile?
I don't remember that, but I know he goes deep.
Oh, man.
Luke made a new intro for us, as you can tell, and we never listen to him. We just play them, and that was a good one.
It was funny.
Problem is with that one, Luke, is it's going to get old quickly.
Yeah.
Those like super specialty ones, they seem to get old quick.
Did you watch the Mike Tyson, was it Jake Paul
fight? No.
You didn't watch it all? Yeah, I watched it.
I think that shit's all staged.
It was. Because they showed Mike Tyson, like his whole build up to the match and all the shit he was doing in training.
Yeah.
How fast he was. Like they were doing side by side comparisons and shit. And it was not the same guy.
They like played like classic Mike Tyson with his uppercut when he gets in close, and he wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he sat there with his hand, like his classic, like his hands up like this, and he wouldn't like, you know, that motherfucker hits like I don't give a shit if he's 57 or 58 or whatever. He still hits like a rock.
And he kept chewing on what was he chewing on? His fucking glove?
Yeah.
I think that his mind is probably so simple to keep his mind off of kicking the other guy's ass. He had to like have something mental.
Some kind of block.
Yeah.
Something to take his mind
Every
off.
time he thought about hitting him, he'd have to chew on his glove.
Yeah, I think that's hard. I wonder sometimes if like all boxing isn't fake. Like not fake, but kind of like a predetermined outcome.
Could be.
I don't think it all is, but I think you're like,
Yeah.
Did that guy sandbag it?
I was thinking this morning, I was up in the middle of the night shitting, and I thought to myself, like, what causes it to feel like fire is coming out of your butthole? Like what is the fire sensation? Like when you eat hot sauce, you get fire in your mouth, right? That's like what is it, like the capsaicin or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like your Scoville units is the measurement, and it's the capsaicin that's spicy. Like what? Because your fucking butthole don't have taste buds.
First off, why do we always go down this shitty path with you?
Because it's been a long time since I had like fire shits. I know you know what fire shits are.
Yeah, like when you're sweating.
It's not the temperature.
Yeah.
I don't think it's...
Usually it's when you eat something hot.
Yeah, but like the shit temperature can't really be higher than the temperature of your body, I don't think. So it's not the temperature.
No, like,
there's something
something
chemically is happening.
What you're asking is, does your butthole have taste buds?
That's why I said, but it doesn't, right? So what is making it spicy when it's coming out of your butthole?
Well, I think it's a membrane. A lot of nerve endings right there.
But what is making it spicy
it's
or
fucking
fire?
whatever you ate.
It's not the temperature.
Yeah, but it's
I had no hot
ate.
sauce, dude. And I'll tell you right now, Mason tell me he gets diarrhea all the time. He eats a lot of hot sauce. It's never spicy coming out.
Dude, if I eat a jalapeno,
uh-huh.
I got spicy poop. If I eat some hot salsa or some hot sauce, it comes out hot. But you said you didn't eat any of that.
I didn't have anything spicy.
Maybe it's a remnants. Maybe you got some old hot sauce.
Some shit there. Broke loose inside.
Yeah. Maybe you got, I picture it kind of like a cave with those fucking, stalactites or whatever they are. And you knock one of those off.
It probably looks like that in there, too. That's nasty. You're
fuck.
Nasty.
I don't know.
I'm just talking about shit for.
I don't know what. It's like a staple of your thought process.
It was just abnormal for me. It's been a long time since I had a spicy shit.
I think we had all talked about that I saved you from missing Montana today.
Yeah, actually. Typical fucking Ryan. Oh, by the way, we have an appointment tomorrow at 11. Make sure you're there. And then, oh yeah, if you don't put in for elk by the end of the day, you're fucked.
I said, you got about 8 hours before you're too late for Montana.
Yeah.
Hey, you told me to remind you. I'm trying my best.
If that's your best, then I'm worried.
Well, we've been gone. We have not seen each other for that sounded gay.
Yeah.
We've both been gone over the last 3 weeks.
There's always shit. That's why I'm excited. That's why I told you I want to do the clean April, because I'm actually going to be here the whole month, other than rugby with Mace.
But clean is not clean. It's just certain things you're picking.
It's clean from the things that don't improve me. Such as donuts.
Okay.
So
what is it? What is it? Sugar?
Well, it's definitely sugar.
No alcohol?
I'll just say processed foods. Yeah, I don't drink.
You don't drink anyways? So you're going to be all natural?
Yeah.
Like you're going to... Okay, so what is that to you? I mean, nothing out of a can?
No. We do canned shit. Like I just prepped her all kinds of stuff for this week and did like a burrito mix, and then we did tuna.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so tuna has a lot of shit out of a can.
Mm-hmm.
There's pickles in it, olives, bacon, jalapeno, some Old Bay, lots of mayo.
Old Bay, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Old Bay and salt, pepper, garlic.
But
a little bit of paprika.
What I asked when you said clean, I said no juice, and you said no, there's definitely juice.
No, it would be the other medicinal stuff that I might take here and there that you know, it does not improve my overall functionality. Allegedly. That's probably the big one, actually.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if you notice a difference.
30 days of clean, I imagine you have to.
Like, when you were drinking a lot, and then you cold turkey stopped drinking, I'm taking it. Did you?
Yeah.
How long before you noticed the difference? Did you have DTs?
I probably did. Well, the bad part was, so I was actually quitting smoking, but I knew if I picked up a cigarette that I'd drink. Or no, the other way around. Yeah, I was quitting drinking.
Right.
Because if I picked up a beer, I'd pick up a cigarette. Yeah,
wow, so you had a double whammy.
I did. It was hard. And definitely went through some withdrawal stuff. But I also, I knew I needed to focus on something, so I started running. My fat ass, I was probably 280, 290 and fluffy. Like real fluffy. So I went and got some shoes. I was actually in Hawaii working at the time. And we were bouncing between islands doing this, like a warranty bulletin, a big warranty bulletin on a whole bunch of engines. So I quit on Halloween. And then we bounced over this other island, and I was trying not to do the smoking part was the horrible part. You know,
nicotine.
Yeah. So I started running, and I remember I ran the first time, and I ran maybe a few hundred yards, and I was sore for like 3 weeks. It was like the worst.
You ran 300 yards?
Like the worst soreness, like that tearing. Everybody's had this soreness at some point where you decide one day you're going to start squatting again.
Yeah.
And you decide you're going to squat 225 because that's lightweight, and you do 3 sets of 10, then you can't sit on the toilet for like a week.
You need help getting up.
This was like that. Like I couldn't move anything. It had been so long since I did any type of activity. And I got slowly into that, and then got home and I bought a 53 Chevy 5-window truck, and that was was my focus for like the first year.
But did you notice like any like cognitive change? Did you notice you're more focused, more responsible, more like driven?
Well, all of that, dude, because alcohol for me would lead to all kinds of other shit.
Fucking, it's a poison, man.
It is.
You know, it's funny about, like you said, nicotine. I chewed from, I was like 12 to probably, my son was born. That's when I quit. So 24.
How does that start when you're 12?
Dude, I grew up in North Idaho. Everybody chewed Copenhagen in North Idaho. First, well, it's a trick though, because first you try cherry skull. And that's
ease into it.
And then you try, I think it's wintergreen. I can't remember now, but it's one of the step ups in skull.
Yeah.
And then it's Copenhagen. Like, you're pretty much a little faggot if you chewed fucking cherry fucking skull. So you had to fucking get to the Copenhagen. So you get there quickly. And it's what's funny is nobody like really ever caught me like chewing. It was so weird. Everybody else got caught and I just kind of got lucky. But when I quit chewing, my son was born and I was like, man, I can't. This is expensive because shit's expensive. And even though I was in the military at the time, it's cheaper in the military. For some reason, all your vices are cheaper, alcohol, cigarettes, and chew. I quit cold turkey, dude. And to this day, if I smell Copenhagen, I want Copenhagen.
Really?
Yeah.
Enhance your shooting experience with STOCKY'S stocks. Are you tired of struggling with mediocre rifle stocks that hinder your performance? Imagine having a high-quality rifle stock that not only enhances your accuracy, but also provides superior strength and a lightweight build. STOCKY'S Stocks offers a wide range of premium rifle stocks manufactured with hand-layup carbon fiber construction, a patented carbon fiber AccuBlock, and multiple finish options. Whether you're a long-range shooter or a hunting enthusiast, our stocks are perfect for you. Experience unmatched precision and durability with STOCKY'S stocks. We provide stock installation instructions, technical support, and guidance to help you choose the right stock for your rifle. Upgrade your shooting game today with STOCKY'S stocks.
What about like cigarettes to you? Do you have that at all?
Like if I walk out of a restaurant and you're full and somebody's out there smoking and you walk through like a cloud, yes, it smells good.
Does it bring back I would say, we've known each other probably long enough now. You're a more addictive personality than I am. But would you say if you smell smoke that you'd want to drink?
No.
That's not
but if I drank,
you'd want to smoke.
I'd be smoking.
Gotcha.
It wouldn't be I wanted to. It'd be like, who has a cigarette? And it's funny too, I guess I don't know if she ever listened to this, but my neighbor's like that. So they were drunk the other night. I had to take them to the smoke shop so she could get a little disposable vape deal. And then she only does it when she's drinking.
I think that's a common occurrence from what I understand.
Yes. I know that I just I take things all the way. So even if I drink here and there socially, I'm sure I'd pick something up.
I would like to know, we're so way off topic on this, but I fucking hate the smell of cigarettes. Love the smell. I smoke cigars. Love the smell of cigars. I fucking get into a car that has cigarettes like they've been smoking. It's like I fucking damn near get nauseous.
Yep.
Cigars not the same. I wonder what the difference is. I don't know.
There's a lot of bullshit in a cigarette that's not in a cigar.
Yeah,
the cigars, like this the big tobacco leaves. Yeah. They literally hang them, dry them, roll them, and smoke them.
Yeah, we made some, and I think I told you in Dominican Republic. There's no bullshit in there.
Yeah,
it's the fucking tobacco root. I guess they put like tar and all kinds of chemicals in cigarettes.
Dude, there's something like 300 ingredients, all kinds of shit to get you hooked.
Like makes you fucking nauseous. Yeah. So it's weird that because you're not the only one who told me that drank a lot that fucking wanted a cigarette and vice versa. It
was at least one cigarette per beer, maybe two. Depends on how slow you were drinking.
Did your mom or dad smoke?
Nope.
Your brother
didn't
smoked?
Drink either. My brother did all kinds of shit. He was like, when you said you were chewing at 12, I think he was smoking weed at 12.
Oh, well, I wasn't too far. I probably smoked weed about 14.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that my family, same thing, didn't smoke, chew, drink. My stepdad maybe drink a little bit. My mom drank a little bit. But I was full send when I was in high school.
We also really didn't do anything when I was a kid.
So does your mom or dad have addictive personalities like you do? And seems like your brother does too.
I would say my dad. I would say my dad does. Brother definitely has it, but they were just very much homebodies. No friends, no social network. We didn't go to the lake once a month. We didn't vacation.
You said you watched movies and ate sub sandwiches.
Yeah, that was it. We lived in a little town, for most of my life, and we really didn't do shit. So, I mean, I guess on that front, there was no drinking, no smoking. There also was really nothing.
Maybe that's why you went totally the other way.
Yeah.
You and your brother.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely.
Those dynamics are interesting to me. So.
Yeah, I need to get out there and see them. You just get in your fucking process and you grow apart from people. And
oh yes, I know that all too well.
If it's not a priority for you, if it's not in your direct circle, it's hard. Like, I mean, if you're not in Ryan Avery's direct circle, ain't nobody answering a text message.
I just had that argument this morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to be, and that's not you. That's not just you. I'm not talking shit about just you.
No,
but
it
in
is
general,
a problem.
People have their circle.
Yep.
And whether it's family or not, it really doesn't matter. And you work, you go home, you do your thing, and.
Well, and this, and I think you're learning this more, and I've been doing this a while. Dude, the burnout is a real thing. You get asked, and it's a good thing, you get asked hundreds of questions a day. I get asked 100 questions a day. It's like you get burned out. There's so many fucking assholes, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but there are. They want to validate whatever they bought, or they want to validate this optic or this gun, and like I don't want to fucking answer those questions. So a lot of times people get caught into the fray of I think that's what they're calling for, so I don't answer.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you get burnt out.
I prefer text. I feel like text you can do on your own time.
I prefer not answering.
Text for me is easy.
You are good with text.
I can do 15 different people's text messages at the same time, and like when I call in interviews, I don't even call the person. I text them and say, hey, when can you come in for an interview? And I have a track record, then I got their name on there. And phone call, it always seems like the phone call's at the wrong time.
Yes. And they never go quick. They never are short calls, seems like, with people, especially if they have questions, which is, like, I mean, you're in a business where you have to answer questions. I'm not necessarily in that business. Like the other day, they needed me to answer a question up front of your shop, and I'm like, motherfucker.
One time.
And it was a good
Come on, Ryan, one time.
Abe Troyer, good guy, asking about ELDMs.
Yeah.
That was a good thing. But when my mind's going into it, I'm like, got another asshole. He's going to ask me and do the exact opposite. I asked, and he's asking me a question. He's going to do the exact opposite when I tell him what I think. My
problem is if I'm in front of a customer or anybody else and I'm talking to you, I'm here. I'm talking to you. My brain is not somewhere else. I don't like to end things prematurely. I'm not the guy to walk away. So I'm like, and it is what it is. If I go up front and talk to a customer and you start getting into it and they kind of have a sense you might know what you're talking about, just like, the class I just went to, they want to talk to you. They want to ask you questions. Yeah. And it's just part of the job. Yeah, but I've heard you when things aren't going that way. Yeah. Not very often. With the freaking case trimmer up there, remember? Look at it. The guy came in talking. Oh, dude, yeah. If you want to come in here, you want to know all that, and we don't know anything, anyways. There are always those guys. Yeah, don't come in here if you know it all. If you already know it all, just don't come in. Yeah. Ain't my business. That does not happen very often. I'm very patient. I was sitting in this room, and Jake's really a pretty mild-mannered guy. He doesn't really talk. He talks deep, but he doesn't get all excited. And I hear his voice over there, and I hear him all animated. And he walks back in here, and you could tell, and he's like, what the fuck happened? He's like, this guy comes in, tells me that I'm fucked up, and I'm doing everything wrong. That's funny. Anyways. All right. What we're talking about is not that. So go ahead. You have I'm supposed to read so we have read the script. We had a little review with Luke, and Luke basically, he told us how we're going to do the podcast from now on, and what we're going to do on the episodes and what they're going to be called. And we're simply minions now. Yeah. So we're just Luke's bitches at this point. So Luke's request for the top today is, do Tikka rifles really suck? It's a kind of a caveat of our sticker that we made. Tikka Sucks. And then funny shit. So then on one of our podcasts, the real Tikka YouTube came on and made a comment on ours, something about the Tikka Sucks deal, right? So long story short, we're at the Hunt Expo in Salt Lake City a couple months ago, and we had the whole Tikka team from Finland was there, and they came over to our booth. I showed them all the stuff that we do for Tikkas and whatnot, and then the Tikka Sucks sticker came up, and the dude that made the comment on YouTube was there. Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, that was me. He's all, we were pretty close to sending you a cease and desist on the sticker until they were told that it was a jab. And just so you guys know, we started off when Ryan first started talking about Tikkas, and I had no idea about him. We didn't do anything for him. I made a Tikka Sucks sticker just for Ryan. And see it in the camera right there. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that kind of became a thing until now we're pretty much obsessed with Tikkas here. And matter of fact, we have one of the very first 16-inch 223s here that has the flared barrel. I don't know of anybody else that has one. I have not found one online. So basically now all the Tikka rifles in 2025 will be threaded 5/8/24. So if you're looking in that camera there, you can see that it tapers out towards the end of the muzzle now to give you that extra meat for a 5/8/24. So this is not so much a bung. It's actually done much better, I think, than just coming off and having the bulb fucking dildo on the end. That's the way it should be. I would say that this is a much better approach. If you're looking in, if you're on YouTube, you can see I like it this way better than Tikka did it. You know why? Because you have that big ass fucking massive barrel still. So to me, that's not a sporter barrel anymore. That's getting into like bigger, bull sporter or whatever you call it. It's more Sendero almost size. A little bit, but it is narrower right here.
Yeah, but turn it a little bit.
So they were taking it down to the normal what a sporter would be if it was a 24-inch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they're going to keep that flare out to whatever, 3-4 inches.
That is the size of their sporter before the floor.
Yeah, coming in here.
God, that looks really big for something.
It gets narrower towards the,
Gotcha.
Gets narrow up here, but so in case you guys aren't tracking here, so basically for 2025, all of the Tikka T3X rifles will come threaded 5/8-24, and in order to accomplish that, they flare the barrel out ever so slightly, 3 to 4 inches before the muzzle, so they have that shoulder there for that 5/8-24.
What is crazy to me about Tikka? Yeah, they are slow on a lot of things. Like, why don't they have a fucking 6 Creedmoor, out the gate? But for them to listen, like in a 223 and to come out with a 16-inch barrel is incredible.
Yep.
Out of the gate.
When I was pitching all the stuff that we do to Tikkas to turn them into custom rifles here, I mean, all the Finland guys, they were all for it. They're still not going to sell just an action by itself. And there were some things, I told them how they don't even have spare parts, for their action available. You can't buy a factory trigger. I kind of brought all these things up and in support of what we're doing. And yeah, they're just kind of slow moving.
Mm-hmm. And
Finland is just a much different place than it is here. And what's important to them is not what's important to us, and so on.
No, they definitely listen. And it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, the Tikka Sucks, and why you should or shouldn't buy a Tikka rifle. In my opinion, to buy a rifle, I think everybody should do this first, and we've talked about this. Jake makes custom rifles, great custom rifles. He makes Tikka and Remington 700 clones out of bats. But I think everybody and their dog, and we're going to do a 6.5 PRC podcast for Western hunting or for North American hunting. Everybody should go buy a 6.5 PRC with just a straight Tikka, go use it for a year, and then figure out what you want after that. Because Tikkas, they just go boom all the time.
Mm.
There's a thread. If you want to see a really cool thread, we'll put it in the show notes. It's rifle, ice, snow, freeze eval in 2025, where Form went and he took a Tikka T3, MRC, Remington 700, and a bat hammerhead. And he took them through a whole cold plunge, dumped water in them. And the only two that consistently fired were the Tikka and the MRC. So for me, this goes back to like the drop test, the scope drop test. We're eliminating variables. Tikkas, the way they're designed for all weather, and they're designed to go boom every time you pull the trigger. So that is why, unless I have to use a bigger action, like if I want a 33XE or a caliber that's, 3.5, what's the biggest Tikka? 3.4.
3.54 inside the mag.
3.54. If I have to go bigger than that, then I'd go with Remington. Actually, if I had to do that today, I'd buy a Seiko TRG and build a big boomer out of that. Outside of that, I would just stick inside the Tikka action.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jake's did some mods to them where he lightens them up and he makes them lighter. And we have the Raven on the way, which people will like the Pro and the standard version because it is basically American-made Tikka.
Yeah. Coming soon.
But I
don't know what soon is yet.
It's hopefully this year we'd be shooting it.
This year would be nice.
But for Tikka to go out and do all that stuff and put the threads on it out of the gates, it's pretty awesome.
They're also coming out with 7 PRC.
Did they raise the price on any of those?
No, I think the base price, I'm going to look that up while we're talking.
They offer left-handers. Where are you guys at with the 223 left-handers?
Okay, so everything has been approved and skewed. We expect to see them, I'm saying August, but more than likely it'll be July. But everything is completely done and approved. There'll be 100 left-handed, 18-inch, stainless, 5/8-24, 223s.
And they're threaded like that?
They're threaded like that.
Oh, that is badass.
And stainless. Yep. They'll be here hopefully in July, but maybe August. For those of you that have not put your name in the wait list, if this goes well, I will be bringing another 100 in. So get your name on the wait list either way. Maybe you don't make this batch, but if it goes well and everything sells, we'll run another batch pretty quick.
What I hear from the Tikka people, or from the Lefty people, is there's no love for you. Well, this is a fucking olive branch. Get on the list. It's on Rockside. It's on Unknown. We'll put it, we got to remember show notes. We'll put it in the show notes. is going out of their way to get left-handed 223s, which I hear about that all the time on Rockslide. So get on the fucking list if you want them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether you make that, we're already probably at 150, 160 emails. So you may not make the first cut, We are going to limit everybody to one. Several guys said they wanted more than one, but I think we'll limit everybody to one on the first go. Then maybe on the second go, they can buy more if they want to.
And you are I think people know this, but we're giving the Tikka love here, even though Tikka Sucks stickers there. But Tikkas to me are the way. But you sell and you can get any Tikka. You can order any model Tikka through correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's coming from Tikka.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that we charge map pricing, which is the lowest you're supposed to advertise. There are some other people, even larger companies than us, that do not follow that rule.
How do they get around that?
I don't know. I mean, I did throw in a complaint about one company in particular, but sometimes they use that if you put it in your cart, it shows you the price, and they I don't know, some loop around shit like that. But
I know the same company lost Swaro or is losing Swaro because of that.
Really?
Just what a bird told me. I don't know if that's totally true, but good source. But the thing is with all these Tikkas is they just feed function and fire.
Yeah.
And I know we're beating a dead horse here because everybody in my sphere already knows Tikkas rock, but they do. They're hard to beat for $800 rifle out the door, and they just made them better with the threading.
So I'm looking through the new price list here for the 7 PRC stuff. It looks like they're only going to do it in a rough tech and a veil. So all of those are the more expensive models.
The 7 PRC?
This is for the 7 PRC.
And then what is they making it in the Ace too? Can you get one in that new one with the chassis?
No, it doesn't say that. It just says rough tech and veil alpine and veil wideland. Those are fluted threaded barrels. It does come in a left hand if you want it. The cheapest option is a laminated stainless setup. Map price is $11.79 on that one.
Holy shit.
And that's a 9 twist. They did all 9 twists on all the 7 PRCs. I don't know that I agree with that.
Wow. Maybe a reason not to buy a Tikka.
I'm pretty sure a 180 ELDM requires an 8 twist.
Maybe I'm wrong.
9 Let's
twist.
look that up.
Huh. What is do you know off the top of your head what's the most popular Tikka that you guys sell, cartridge-wise?
223.
Is it?
I would say 223. Now that's for the Tikkas that people keep the barrel on, right? Or they're just going to buy a Tikka.
That's what I mean.
6.5 PRC would probably be next.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of that price, people on the rock side are looking for 223 or 6.5 PRC.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I don't understand why they're not making a 6 Creed.
Dude, it says 8 twists is the minimum required on a 180 ELDM.
And that's 100% true.
That's freaking retarded. If they do it all in 9 twists, that means the factory ammo with a 180 ELDM requires an 8 twist.
Like I'm telling you, the Europeans are quirky about things.
Huh. Well, like you said, maybe that's a reason not to do it. Plus, it's not offered in just the standard. So a standard Tikka T3X is $749, and then the stainless version is $879. Those are the map prices for
what you have to
for public.
charge.
Yes, $749 and then $879. I don't believe those prices have changed. I'm gonna look right now.
That'd be incredible. It didn't with the threading.
Yes.
Yeah, you take a Tikka and then you put, the Tikka rings on there. Boom. Got a pretty good setup.
Okay, yeah. So $749 is still the map on a standard T3X light synthetic. And $879 is still the standard for the synthetic stainless T3X light. So prices have not changed.
And they said by May they should have those coming in pretty frequently.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know how this 223 showed up early, and I believe this was already sold. He was telling me that it's supposed to go in somebody's box.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, but this probably showed up when it wasn't supposed to. And then again, all of those rifles that I'm telling you about, everything now is 5/8 24 threaded. Every one of them.
Doesn't matter if stainless or blued.
Nope. I'm looking down the whole list right now. They're all the same.
That's crazy.
I mean, so why doesn't Tikka suck? Tikkas doesn't suck because it shoots out of the box. Almost always.
Hammer forged barrels.
Lasts a long time. You have the 223. Who has the 223 with fucking 25,000 rounds or something on it?
Form has one more than me, but mine right now has, I'm going to guess, around 21 to 22,000 rounds through it.
Wow.
Because I've been through 4 or 5 shooting classes. Plus, because I buy all my shit from all my 223 from Patriot Valley, Palmetto State Armory. And I can go back and look, and that's all been through that gun. And when I counted, it was like 18,000 in the classes. So you're putting 5 to 1,000 rounds per class. So I'm just guessing it's over 20.
Yeah.
and it still shoots under 2 minutes for 10-shot groups, pretty much with everything.
So it's cheap. It shoots. I would say the factory stock, it probably sucks.
Yeah.
With the threads on the end. I mean, now it's really hard to beat when it's out of the box threaded.
It is. And one thing I would do, even if I was going to keep it in the original Tupperware stock, is they make a different module for a more vertical grip.
They do.
I would put that on there. Do you guys sell those?
Yes.
Yeah, I would. That's the one thing that to me really changes that stock to make it better. I don't like their stock, but it's good enough. But that's the one thing I would change.
It's always the same thing. Like when you ask yourself if you're paying, $749 for that rifle, and everybody made money from here to Finland, you ask yourself, how much are they really putting into that rifle to get to that point? And it's pretty crazy. It's like when you look at like a ramen noodle or some shit that's like 15 cents. What is in that for 15 cents? What
makes me wonder is what's the markup everybody else in America has, Is America that much more expensive? So let's take like Christensen Arms. I don't think you can get a Christensen Arms for under $19.95.
Yeah.
And my personal opinion, that Tikka is a better rifle than any Christensen Arms produced, as far as if you're just going to go straight accuracy. I've had a lot of Christensen Arms. I've had a lot of Tikkas. I've had one Tikka that wouldn't shoot to what I thought was to my standard. I've had more than one Christensen. And I do think Christensen, they do put out a good rifle, but they also do have QC problems to where Tikka just doesn't seem to have those problems. And it's under $1,000. And you got a rifle you can grab, take out the door, and start shooting. And if now it's threaded, you don't even need. The one thing I tell people to do is I would have it threaded for a can or a break.
Yeah.
Now they have that part taken care of. It's incredible that they can do it for $879 for stainless.
Yeah. It is badass too, because you can have a 223 trainer and drop that in a Rockstock or any other Tikka ready stock, and then have your hunting rifle that has the same build. It would be the same action, same everything else in your hunting cartridge, and really have a trainer and a hunting rifle that feels exactly the same. For relatively low cost. To me, this is like it's like the AR of the bolt world. There's lots of components available. Pre-fit barrels are very easy to find, order, and install yourself. I will tell you that the stock barrel is extremely hard to get off the first time, but once you've gotten it off, it's fairly easy after that.
I heard Blaine doesn't swear very often, but one day I walked in the shop and I heard, "Motherfucker!" And Blaine was trying to take off a Tikka barrel back there.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I went back there and I took one of the desks, one of the assembly tables basically on the line out there, and that's where I'm sitting now and working. And so we moved some stuff around, and what we did is we took the barrel vise off of one of the big benches and we hard mounted it on a pedestal, very heavy duty pedestal right to the concrete. Thing is 10 times more solid now. Makes the barrel so easy to get off.
Okay, yeah, but there's a big difference between Jake taking off a barrel back there, $180 or $280, and then Blaine at $160.
Yeah.
But dude, he was sweating. He was fucking pissed. He couldn't get that barrel off.
They are hard to get off, that's for sure.
So let's think like we're talking Tikka. So like I said, I would buy a 6.5 PRC. I would shoot it for a year. And now I'm like, damn, I want to make some upgrades. So what upgrades? You guys do a lot of upgrades. What upgrades are out there and what do they cost?
Yeah, when you start to see a little thin line, like I said, like that 200 to 500,000 from the case head, you start it shows up as a like a little hairline look around there. At that point, you're probably on 3 or 4 reloads, 5 reloads, and that shell is compromised. Basically on the first firing, when you bump that shoulder back too far on that first firing, it stretches in that area, and then every time when you fire it, that's where it stretches and it thins in that area. Even if all your subsequent reloads are correct bumps, that first one is enough to initiate that failure point.
I would say to start off with a big one that's kind of a mechanical functional part of the rifle would be the lightening of the action. So we can flute your bolt and machine out the action and save you about 4 ounces. And that runs about $350, including nitride. So we would also nitride the whole action because you're machining into the steel, whether it's stainless or not, you do want to have a coating on there just to, for safe measure.
What would it cost if I just sent it to you on nitrided? Does that, what is
$175.
Okay.
Yeah, $175. We'll take it all apart, take out all the relevant pieces there, send it out to the place that does it all for us and put it back together for you. That's relatively. It does feel like glass or butter, baby butt smooth.
Yeah, if we
when
did
you're
a
done with
few,
the nitride.
and I already had 2, and like, man, these things are rough, and I'm like, there's got to be something wrong, and
Yeah.
there wasn't enough lube
Yeah,
on the bolt.
Well, no lube.
There was 0.
Yeah.
Just took it all off.
Even sometimes I'll put them back together after they've been nitrided, and they don't really need lube. I think it just depends on the situation when you're putting them back together.
Oh, they're fucking nice.
Bolt handles and knobs, sky's the limit there with different companies. We do have a short standard handle with a 1-inch ball knob that Form made up there, and that's the quickest cycling setup that we think. You almost don't even have to take. It's like your hand doesn't come off the rifle almost.
There is a problem, a little phenomenon where you can put your finger underneath the bolt and it pops up and it won't fire.
Mm-hmm.
And that little shorter bolt handle takes it.
It almost sits all the way down and gives you no room to put yourself underneath it.
It does.
Is what it does. Bolt shrouds. That's kind of a fancy thing if you want to upgrade your bolt shroud. Rings and rails up top. So we have the rings that clamp directly to the dovetail. There are other options out on the market in Europe and things that you can find kind of do the same thing. Otherwise, you're going to put a scope base on there and put regular Picatinny rings. There are bottom metals and mags. So we made up a bottom metal and mag that takes 3.54 inside the mag. And I was actually just on Instagram, and I was made aware by one of our followers that Hawkins just released a Tikka DBM. Now, I believe it takes, I'm not sure if it takes AICS mags, but I did see their Hunter mag in one of them.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know what all the details are on that. I haven't looked it up yet. Haven't seen one in person, but another competitor in the field, let's say.
Gotcha.
Then, of course, stocks. Tikka doesn't really require bedding as a recoil lug that stays with the stock. So you can drop a Rockstock on there or any other, a KRV. Lots of different stocks and chassis that are made for Tikka XLR that'll just drop right in kind of. That's why I said it's kind of like a garage mechanics type of rifle.
It is. When you said it's kind of like a bolt AR as far as modularity, it really is.
Yeah.
Sky's kind of limits. You can also, what is like if you say, I want a 6 Creed, because a lot of my friends and I have built 6 Creeds off of Tikkas.
Oh, yeah.
What are you into that barrel chambered and threaded? Well,
$7.95.
Gotcha.
With Cerakote on it. So black to match the action or whatever.
So basically, you're into all that about the price of a good Remington clone.
Yeah. Or even one of the more expensive Tikkas, to be honest with you. You can spend, let me find the most expensive one on here. You can spend a good amount though. 17, 18, 22. They got one here that's $23.19.
What is it?
A T3X Tact A1.
Oh yeah. It's in a chassis.
$23.19 for that one. So for $2,300, we can pretty much almost build you a custom Tikka, whatever the fuck you wanted.
What is the Ace? What is that price? Does it say in there?
Ace. Let me see here. Yeah, T3X Ace Game. Blah. $16.49 and $17.49.
And then to do all the shit on a full custom Tikka, Lightning, Rockstock. What is that? Say it's a 6 Creed. What does that cost?
If you did do the action mods, so you're adding $350 on there, you're going to be right at $3,000. And again, that's kind of Cerakoted the way you want it and all that good stuff.
Say you wanted to keep your original barrel and you did all that shit with a Rockstock. What would that be?
Oh, that'll save you quite a bit. Well, it's really just the price. So you're $749 into the rifle in my hand, and you're another $550 into a Rockstock. So that's $1,300.
Then Lightning's another 300 and what'd you say?
$350 with the nitride.
So you're under $2,000.
Yeah, in a Rockstock.
That's not bad either.
Yeah.
And you guys do offer that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We pretty much we don't say no a lot.
I know. I argue
to be honest with you
all the time. Sometimes you need to fucking say no.
Sometimes. When it comes to Tikka stuff now, we're real good at what we're doing, and we don't say no to a whole lot there. There are a lot of good stocks coming around now. I mean, I think as like Manners comes out with a good stock, eventually it's going to be available for the Tikka. I think the Pro Hunter is available for a Tikka now.
Yeah, and I think they did the Mountain Tracker or whatever from McMillan. They got to get 100. It was Rockslide drove that. Like they got 100, and that's kind of like what their version of a Rockstock is. Mm-hmm. A little bit different. Still got a long, trigger to finger relation, and you got that little stupid bump in there, but the stock looks good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool. Like I said, it was kind of tongue in cheek with the title of the podcast, but I'm a big, big Tikka fan. And you should go watch it. We'll put it in the show notes. The Rifle Ice Snow Freeze Eval on 2025 on Rockside. We'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, I definitely think the trigger's one of the things that sets it apart. You know, the action just overall, you feel so many different production rifles, and without any work to it at all, the action is smooth.
It is.
Cycles really fast. You know, it's really hard to find something to complain about. I mean, other than just the build quality in general, I mean, it's plastic DBM, it's plastic magazines. You know, if you're not a plasticky guy, I mean, the rifle itself, you're going to want to do some work to it.
In saying that, I'm a finicky fucker. I am not a anal person except for the shit I kill things with. And that plastic has never bugged me. I've never had an issue with it. It seems like when you first get it, it seems cheap.
Yep.
You're like, damn, especially if you're coming from the 700 world.
Yep. The plastic DBM and mag, definitely, I don't think there's any problem with that. The stock is what the stock is, but
there's metal versions. There's Tikka bottom metal.
Yep.
There's metal aluminum versions out there. If you don't like the plastic.
Yeah, I would say one of the other big suppliers, you know, other than what we're doing here of Tikka parts is definitely Mountain Tactical. They're well known in the Tikka verse at the moment, so check out what they got too. Yeah.
Switching gears a little bit, there's our suppressors on it. The thing with the suppressor, people keep asking me. We're still on schedule for June, so that's when it will be, unless something surprising happens, and it may be earlier. Shouldn't be any later.
Well, unless we can't be 100% happy over the next 60 days with what we're relatively close to, you know, having a solution already for. We're just talking about opening up the pre-orders for the 1 model, and then shortly coming out with the 1-inch version after that. So as long as we can settle on this 3/4 inch version, we should be good to go. I mean, the printer is going to be printing, so it is what it is.
I just went down to Texas, shot some pigs with it. I had it on the last podcast, and like I said, one of the biggest selling factors, and people think it's funny, you start carrying your rifle around, that balance, you notice it.
You notice nice. This fucker looks like a sawed-off shotgun with a 16-inch Tikka barrel factory, and then it's 4 inches over the barrel there. Literally, if you pulled that out of your truck, somebody would look at you funny.
Dude, and it is like a cute little compact.
Yeah.
16 and 18-inch barrels, they look freaking so
All you
short.
need on here is one of those pistol grip stocks with no butt stock on there.
You fucking go to jail in California.
Well, you could take almost another 2 inches out. If that pistol grip stock had a nice short forend on it, kind of like an Atom kind of length, the XLR Atom.
Yes.
You could probably just call it a short barrel rifle or whatever and get it down to 12 inches. 12-inch barrel with 4 inches over the barrel.
Dude, that'd be so fucking sick.
223.
Dude, it'd be like the ultimate truck gun.
Yeah.
Backpacking gun. The other thing was Rockstock Light. We are finally shipping that off this week to get, what do you call that? To get molded.
It'll be scanned.
Scanned. That's the term I was looking for.
Scanned, which basically takes a physical object and puts it in the digital universe.
Yes.
Once it's there, it'll be tweaked to make it mold applicable. Then we'll go through the printing process. So they'll print us some samples. We'll get somebody crazy and stupid to shoot the printed plastic sample.
That'll be for him. He does it every time. He's going to lose a fucking eye. But he definitely is up for it.
We do not condone shooting printed stocks.
Yes. And no. What was Jessica Brown? You dumb fucks. Because her big thing in capital letters was do not shoot.
If that motherfucker can't even survive 125 degrees.
That big plastic piece of shit up there. This should be more streamlined because we have the wood. It's not us Bond doing it together, which was cool, but this is actually what we want. Exactly. We're handing it to them.
We've also learned a lot along the way.
Yeah. And I think they've figured out kind of our shortfall, and I think they'll figure it out a little faster and we'll be to market a little quicker. Of course, we got to make a few and go shoot a few things.
Yes.
But it's on the way. Is there anything else we missed?
You know, if I wanted to judge, that'll probably take, for Tikka, I bet you we come to market with the Tikka version of the Light in about 3 to 4 months. We might make it just in time for hunting season.
Well, it's already been out and it's actually shot things.
Oh, yeah.
It's already been in the wild, so it's not a stretch. We're just making it from wood to carbon.
It's actually, I think, the third iteration. Didn't they? They made one hair too big, then they made one, then they fixed.
Yep, and they changed it and they knocked some weight off of it.
So I guess we're on iteration 3. And yeah, technically it's already been proven in the field in its wood form.
Yeah, we just need to make sure the molds come out right and everything looks good.
I'm hoping we just don't find any we might take a look at that, and like we talked about on the razor edges and stuff, we might make some changes to this for
Make it
carbon functionality.
Stronger.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It should be close to that 20-ounce mark. That's what the actual wooden one weighs, and they're pretty close between the wooden one and the actual Rockstock version of the carbon and wood. So Rockstock light will be, I'm guessing, right around 20, maybe 19, maybe 21.
So I think we'll probably end up, we're going to do a youth version, right? I know we've been talking about it. I don't know if the decision's been made,
I think
but
we have, dude, everybody asks that question every fucking time it breaks.
And I asked the length in that first time I posted up, and a lot of guys were around the 12-inch length of pull mark. So we're thinking like a 12-inch length of pull without any spacers, and then maybe space it out to 14 or 13 and a half, somewhere in there.
I mean, you could grow with them.
Yeah. You can basically buy more spacers as you go.
Yeah.
But it'll come with them, so it'll have that youth look. But definitely Tikka to start. We don't know if we're going to be able to fit a rail and a scallop or not. We have been toying with the idea of scalloping in the Arca Mini.
Yep.
Right here, which is very much a possibility.
Yeah, I would be shocked if we could do a scallop version. Looking how shallow it is
on the forend, because the forend is just fucking small.
It is small. I mean, you can't have. You got to. It's compromises, right? You got to give up something, and you could put a rail on it if you want.
Yeah,
but it ain't going to be the scallop.
I think there will be enough meat though at the front end of the forend next to the DBM to possibly scallop in the Mini Arca.
That would be interesting.
That'd be pretty bad. It only weighs 0.2 ounces. I don't think we're going to be adding any weight.
No, if you don't want it, you don't have to have it.
Yeah. It'll all matter about where we can scallop it in versus the position of the Tikka recoil lug and how that will look with screws and whatnot.
It's amazing to me how many people are going to the tripod shooting off it with the Arca in the middle for a balance point. It's hard to argue that people aren't doing it because you see more and more pictures every day on Rockslide and social media.
It's getting to be almost a 50% mark for us that somebody wants something out there in front, whether it be the whole hunter's rail along the front of it or they want just that piece of Arca and just that piece of Picatinny up front or whatever they decide. I will say that we will probably design kind of a smaller statured rail for the front, depending on what that forend looks like.
A mini rail.
Yes, like a little mini Arca. Well, it could be just a mini Arca or it could be a little mini pick.
It's fucking funny because I already asked Ken about that. Could we make like a little 1-inch pick?
Yep.
Just enough to meat to get on.
Well, really, it's already supposed to be done because the two picks that we have for him right now are like a large and a medium. We've been talking about a short for quite a while. There just really was never, let's say, a need. Whereas to me, the stature of that stock kind of requires a little mini option up there. And then so we could do like the Spartan. The actual Spartan adapter, the inlays that only takes the Spartan. I think would you be able to do an innie? Possibly.
Yeah, that's shit we don't know until we get it.
It all depends on how much meat's there.
Oof.
So we don't know. But those will be. I mean, we can literally design and make a new rail here inside of a week. So it'll be all done on the fly.
That is the greatest part about having a machine shop in house is you can fiddle fuck around once you get it.
Yeah.
Make it look good. Make it right.
Dude, if we could have the little mini pick up front and that little mini Arca scalloped in, that'd look pretty good.
Options sometimes like in the Rockstock come back and kick you right in the ass. But people fucking want them, unfortunately. They want to set it up the way they want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We miss anything? Did we get all our marching orders out from Luke?
Yeah, he is the boss. We do still have a few spots open, guys, for the 0600 positional 2025 course.
Yes, we had some cancellations. It was full and now it's not because life happened. So if you have time, it's 2 months out, 2.5 for the latest class. Go sign up. I think there's 3 spots and 2 spots, 5 spots total, 2 different weeks. Give you some options. The Africa class is still open. Yep. So that's August. If you want to go to Africa, we talked about it last podcast. It's a package deal. You get a shooting school for 4 days, 3 days.
I say fuck them. If they don't go, we're going.
Yeah. Dude, it's worth its weight in gold. If you've never been, I fought it my whole life.
Yeah.
It was fucking fantastic. You get 4 days of shooting and 4 days of hunting. Was that it we decided?
I think so, yeah.
You get 2 animals in the package and you can buy more.
Yep.
I guess the moral of the story of this podcast is buy a fucking Tikka.
Tikkas don't suck. Don't judge the sticker. That was just for Ryan.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
What I tell you, man? That's a good podcast, huh? Hey, next time I tell you something, you better listen up. Make sure to leave them boys 5 stars.
If I stop.
That was good.